from this session. So in this session, I'm very pleased we have Jimmy Riojas Rivera, who's going to be working with his teachers, his mentor. We also have Yenu Dahal from Nepal, who is going to also share work with her two mentees here. So I'd like to hand over to Jimmy, please.
All right. I don't know, you can hear me, Loreto, you can see me. Let me know, please.
Yeah, we can hear you and see you perfectly well.
We can see me now.
Same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, and thank you, Loreto, for hosting me. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. I am Jimmy Riojas. Well, I am from Peru. We are going to start with this international research for 2021. And so, I would like to start with my first teachers, please. All right. So, we're going to start with Leia. Okay, Leia Egobail Williams. She's a primary undergraduate student, and her research is about the effect of the clown on oral comprehension skill. Hi, Leia. Welcome. Warmly welcome to this event. Can you hear me, Leia?
Yes, teacher, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Okay, how are you? You okay?
Yes.
Oh, nice, excellent, great. So we're going to start with Leia. And Leia, I'm going to share your presentation now. Let me know you can see your presentation.
Yes,
Yeah?
teacher, you can see my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, great, amazing. Okay, go ahead, Leia. Go ahead.
Okay. Thanks for the pass, teacher. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening with all the persons who are present today in this Zoom meeting. I feel so grateful to stay here today and have the opportunity to present my project. It's about the effect of the clown in the oral comprehensive skills. Next slide, please. Okay, first of all, I would like to say something about me. I am Leia Bianca Eguavil Williams. I am a final year student for Maria Madre Higher Pedagogical Institute. This is located in Callao, Peru. I am 21 years old and I am in process of becoming a primary education teacher. And this project is the beginning of the change that I want to generate in the education of my country. Next, please. The research question of my project is, what do the clown strategies affect in the comprehension of my primary students? The context is, in my school is located in an urban area in Callao, Peru. And it is a public school where I have taught for 2 years, and my first grade students of 35 all around to 6 to 7 years old have been taking their classes by WhatsApp and Aprende en Casa platform. Currently, they are attending lessons 5 days per week. And I noticed that my students have problems oral comprehension to express their opinions, especially in class, obviously. The methods I consider to use for this project to be success is checklist, lesson plan, and for teaching the classes, I consider the platform Microsoft Teams. The action plan is basic in the tone and pitch, how to express their ideas, using gestures, body, eye contact, the fluency strategies, accuracy, focus on the grammar, and feel more sure of themselves. And the last part for this presentation is the conclusion. To conclude this research, it was carried out in order to achieve that first grade students improve their comprehension and oral expressions through the clown program, which will provide them with confidence and empathy toward others. It's that all for my presentation. Thanks for listening.
Right. Thank you so much for your great presentation, Leia. And if you have any questions after the presentation, we have breakout rooms to interact with Leia if you have any question about her research. And Leia talk about the using of clown in educational tools for develop their students, their capacity in expresses possibility, interactive in a fun way. All right, so thank you so much. I'm sorry. Our next speaker, our next teacher is Angie. Angie Lujar Mansedor. She's a kindergarten undergraduate student, and she's also from Maria Madre Institute College, and her research is about using gamification as a strategy to learn in the kindergarten. Hi, Angie.
Hi, good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm going to share, Angie, your presentation. A second, please.
That's not my presentation. I already sent it in WhatsApp. Please, can you check, teacher?
Okay.
Thank you.
That's good. Hey, Angie, can you tell us about you?
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Angie Isabel Mansedor, and I am from Peru. I'm a kindergarten teacher, and I am 24 years old. So I'm gonna tell you about gamification. People sometimes confuse this word with game because there are some kind of connected, but gamification aren't just play games. So, okay, can you start, please?
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Next page, please. Okay, that's me. As I told you before, I am from Peru and I am 24 years old. And next page, please. Okay, gamification, it's not equal, as I told you before, like games, there are so different because in gamifications, we have a different concept and the games have another concept. So let's see what is gamification and what is the game. Next page, please. Let's start with gamification. Okay, what is gamification? Gamification should be a complement to traditional and technological methods. It means employing well-designed digital and non-digital games to stimulate learners' language, critical thinking, and problem-solving abilities. It includes elements of games, not just games, or play into the learning environment to boost engagement and participation. Next page, please. Now let's see the concept of what is a game. A game is a system with rules, some sort of challenge, feedback of some sort, interaction, fun, and often with an emotional response. Next page, please. Okay. Also, we have some elements that gives a big difference between gamification and games, like rules, goals, collaboration, because we work in class with groups or in pairs. We have a progress strategy, appreciation, of course, to motivate students, fun, achievement, and of course, mastery. Next, please. Okay. One question that is always present when you speak about gamification is why is it beneficial? All learning environments should encourage active participation and critical learning, not passive learning like a traditional school. Games-based learning provides this ideal environment. Next page, please. Okay. I want to show gamified activities. In the traditional school, in the traditional lessons, we use, for example, a crossword puzzle, but with this pandemic, we use an online crossword puzzle about clothing. But to gamify this activity, we should add games elements like countdown, community collaboration, work in pairs, points, achievement. Next, please. In the second activity, we have memorizing vocabulary for a weekly quiz. But to gamify this activity, we can turn it into a game with a teamwork challenge, points again. It's important to motivate with points to the students. Of course, we can use flashcards, record progress over time with a chart to make it visual. Next, please. And finally, we have doing a presentation about any favorite vacation that the students has. They can use their own pictures, epic meaning, if share publicized points with, of course, we use a rubric to get a point. Positive is better when the students work with, work in pairs or work in teams. It's better do it that. Well, that was everything for today. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much for your great presentation. Angie, you talk about how can gamification promote critical thinking, stimulate the language learning, solve problem. Good presentation. Let me see. All right, so let's go to our next teachers. Here it is Marlene Diaz and Janeri Echekaya. They are English French practitioner students from Cantuta State University. And their amazing project is about inspiring confidence in my students when they are speaking. So I would like to say welcome, warmly welcome Marlene and Janeri.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Marlene. Welcome. Okay, I'm going to share your presentation.
Yes, teacher.
All right, great. Welcome, Janeri and Marlene.
Okay, teacher, thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Marlene Diaz, and my partner is Janire Chahaya. We are students at Cantuta University. We are from Lima, Peru. Next, please.
Okay, I'm going to share your presentation. Yes. Yeah. Go ahead, please, Janeri.
Okay, teacher, thank you. Our project is about inspiring confidence in my students when they are speaking. Next slide, please. It is a public school located in Callao, Peru. My students are between 11 and 15 years old, and they connect to the classes by WhatsApp and sometimes by Zoom or Facebook Live for 2 hours a week. Next, please. Okay, my exploratory research questions are: 1, how can I make my students feel confident when they are speaking? 2, what activities do my students like when they speak? And how do my students feel when they speak in class? Next, please. This is a data of our students. Here we can see the different activities done in class, like videos, a picture, or homework. The next, please. And my findings are we have observed that students haven't used non-verbal communication and have some problems influencing because they feel nervous or lacks confidence. Next, please. Now my partner.
Maybe Marlene have some problems.
Okay, teacher. We decided on 3 action plans. Point 1, I improve pronunciation. Students will listening, read, and then sing their favorite music. Also, promote collaboration. Also, play games like charade and create a story using mine. The next, please.
Okay, thank you, Marlene. Okay, point 2, we expect to foster my students feeling happy and confident, showing to class sign words on hand or faces which say nice work, good job, brilliant, fantastic, amazing, or maybe you can do it, right? We promote a positive classroom environment. Next slide, please. Okay, point 3. For the warm-up of the lesson, we will do some dynamics such as hang good, puzzle, crossword. The students sing a song, share their activities that they have done during the week. Next slide, please. Okay, we use some methods. Questionnaire, lesson recording, streaming, Facebook Live, teacher reflections note, and also teacher observations, the rubrics. That is the results. Students feel more confident, happy, and motivated. Our students prefer to do their tasks in pairs or individual because they have been connected to classes by WhatsApp. And maybe it is difficult to work in big groups. I see that my students sometimes use the nonverbal communication when they present their evidence. So I have been reinforcing the nonverbal communication. Finally, most of the students have been enjoyed the games activities when I praise my students with motivated words, brilliant, good job, and stuff like that. Thank you so much for your attention.
All right, Marlene and Janeri, thank you so much for your great presentation. How can you help students to speak better using nonverbal communication, the tone, the pitch, influencing? Okay, dear participant, if you have any questions from Janeri and Marlene Diaz from Cantuta State University, you can ask her on the break room. You can join. Great. So our last teacher are Sarela Moya and Lucero. Lucero is a bit sick, but Sarela is there. They are teachers from Maria Madre Public Institute. So their topic is about digital resources to teach kindergarten in the COVID-19 context. Hi, Sarela.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, Sarela. Thank you for coming and joining this event. I'm going to share. Okay, I share your presentation.
Okay. Hi to everyone. Well, as my teacher said, I am Sarela Moya Cortez. So, well, the present topic is, the title is Digital Resources. In the next slide, please. Okay. And what are digital resources? Digital resources as a means of teaching in early childhood within a context of pandemic. And in the next slide, we're going to find some exploratory research questions. But first, what digital resources are engaging my students? And do my students like digital resources? And finally, what activity do my students do using the digital resources? So, and what are digital resources? These are materials composed by digital media and produced in order to facilitate the development of learning activities. They offer new opportunities in the teaching and learning process to the child by incorporating image, sound, and inactivity and elements to reinforce the understanding and motivation in infants. And what is important, because the students find a greater attraction to the class and attractive resources that are used in the class is dynamic. The use of these resources allows the child to learn by playing. Perhaps this advantage is the most important, since the teacher can be very good communicator, but if he doesn't have the motivation of the group, it will be very difficult for him to achieve to set objectives. Some will find the resources to play on the students. We have two, the most important quizzes. And these resources are used in class and allow us to create online questionnaires that our students can answer in different ways. And Educable. It's a web platform that allows teachers to create different types of multimedia educational activities through different scenarios characterized by their attractive and professional results. The next slide, please. And some of them, they are familiar with the resources between students and teachers. The students feel motivated to learn, and they are engaging with pictures, audio of different characters. The resources give feedback to individual and a whole group. And we consider that teachers give opportunities to students to solve problems, be critical, create, and autonomous when they are learning. And these results have been encouraging us for us as future teachers. We were able to see how important and beneficial it is to know and apply these digital resources with students. We can make teaching a meaningful and fun journey. And the next slide, please. And the next slide, please. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you so much, Sarela, Angie, Marlene, and Janeri. Leia, thank you so much for your great presentation. And I pass the host to Loreto for host me. Thank you, Loreto, for host me.
That's all right. Thank you very much, Jimmy. So now I'm going to hand over to Yanu Dahal from Nepal, who is going to be introducing to us her two mentees. Over to you, Yanu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Loreto. It's me, Gyano Dahal. I'm from Nepal. I have mentored two teachers. They are Indra Oli and Lakshman Bhatta. We have worked together for nearly 4 to 5 months. Every one of us, we are facing pandemic, and during pandemic, we have to run classes online. So our research was based on online classes. Mostly in online classes, we have found that the students, they don't turn on their video. And what's the reason behind it? Why they don't prefer to turn on their video? One of my mentees was interested in this, and then he has researched about it. And then the next one, Indra ma'am, she has also talked about online classes. In online classes, we can see most of the students, they don't like to submit their work online assignment. So we have worked here together. So instead of taking much time, I'd like to welcome here my teachers. First, I'd like to request Indra ma'am to come in front and then present her work. I'd like to share here her presentation. Let me share. Okay. So
thank you, Gyanu ma'am.
Yes.
Greetings everyone and welcome to you all in my research presentation entitled Why Don't My All Students Submit Their Written Assignments in Online Class? So let me begin. My name is Indra Oli. I teach in Sainik Avashya Mahavidyalaya Surkhet in secondary level. And in my online class of English, only 45% students were found submitting assignments regularly. So I wanted to discover what was wrong in it. And as a result, here are some stepwise procedures and findings. So this is the picture of my online class. And number one, research questions. So what makes my students unwilling to do their written assignments, home assignments especially? And are my assignments relevant to the age level and interest of my students? Do all the students submit the assignments of other subjects? What should I do to encourage my students to submit their assignments on time? So these are some reflective questions. Now, data collection tools in step 2. So questionnaires on Google form for the students, and those questionnaires were in MCQs, multiple choice questions, and open-ended questions, and interview with some students in breakout rooms, and phone calls and parents virtual meeting, and discussion with the teacher colleagues, as well as observation and record keeping of assignment submission. So let me go to the step number 3. And here some samples of open-ended questions to the students are presented. So the questions were, do you enjoy doing your assignments? Can you do your assignments by yourself? Do you need more time to submit your assignments? What encourages you to complete and submit your assignments on time? Should I ask assignments from the lesson or outside the lessons? These were some questions. So now data analysis. So 46% students could do their homework, and 55% students said assignments took more time, and 65% students wanted a score on each assignment, as well as 60% students wanted prompt response and positive feedback after their assignment submission, and 50% students enjoyed doing class assignments only, and 40% students prefer project work. So these are some analysis after I got the data in the Google form from the interview, as well as conversation in the breakout room. So now my plans for the action. So what I did, so asking creative assignments once a week in Google Classroom. As you know that Google Classroom is the best tool to give the assignments and to check the assignments with feedback as well as grade, and giving positive feedback and grade and e-certificates to the students. So they were really encouraging factors for the students, giving feedback, grade as well as e-certificates, sharing each other's assignments on private Facebook group. Yes, we created the private Facebook group later on after this plan, and so that the students could share their best assignments there to encourage other students too. So continuous contact with the parents and colleagues. This was another plan, and marking assignment under continuous assessment system and terminal examination. Also, we could include the marks of assignment in terminal examinations. So let me go to the another slide. Another step, yes, this is the result after the successful intervention of the plans. So what result I received later? So 80% students submitted their assignments on time, and they shared their assignments on the private Facebook group and made comments on each other's assignments. Likewise, 70% students use digital tools to do their assignments. They like to use some digital tools, websites to submit their assignments. And 75% students could receive the e-certificates as a recognition for their timely homework submission. And there is one, certificate also here in the presentation. Yes, this is. So thank you, ma'am. And let me go to the another one. Yes, feedback from the students. Again, I created a Google form of the questionnaire so that I could get the feedback from the students also. And here, questionnaire were asked in the Google forms. Here, 90% students responded positively on written assignments and expressed their pleasure on timely submitting assignments. Students wish to discuss about the assignments in the class first before asking to do it.
Could you please conclude, please?
Okay, so their classroom and home assignments should be graded and included for the terminal examination, and they wanted to use tools like live worksheet, quizzes, collaborate board, etc. And my learning, what I learned from this research is that we should address the level, need, interest, and creativity of the students. We need to be more facilitative and encouraging to motivate our students in online teaching learning. We need to mark the assignments and provide immediate feedback to the students. And students want newness, novelty, and they enjoy incorporating technological tools in doing assignments. That's all from my research presentation. And thank you, all of you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Indra ma'am. You have done a very good job, very hard work you have done. Thank you. Now I'd like to welcome Lakshman sir here. Lakshman sir, I hope you are there. So over to you, Lakshman sir.
Yeah, ma'am, sure.
Yeah, please.
Okay, good afternoon, good evening, all of you. My name is Lakshman Bhatta. I teach English at a primary to bachelor level in a government school as well as a Questable College in Nepal. During these COVID pandemics, and online teaching has significant hurdles for all the academic success. So the students are not properly engaged in online classroom. During online class, they are not turned on their webcams. So I wanted to investigate what was the reason behind it. As a result, here are the stepwise procedures and findings. So this research is based on the grade 11 students. So first, the research question is based on what are the reasons behind them to not turn on webcam during the online class. Is there any problem during the online class? Number 3 is, do all the students feel easy to take online classes? Did it focus the learner's autonomy? So number 2. So we have the data collection tools. Just one is the questionnaires on the Google Forms for the students. So MCQs and open-ended questions. Number 2 is interview with the students in the breakout rooms. Number 3 is discussions with the students and the senior colleagues. So number 3 is just some sample of open-ended questions to the students. So one is, do you feel more comfortable with your webcam camera off? Do you have any internet issues? What do you feel about your camera on during online classes? Is there any other reasons behind it? These are some sample questions, open-ended questions for them. So here are one of the proof of the reason to the 52 students are responding to this during this submission. So one is thus 40. The data analysis is that 42.3% students have just known as a participate the data analysis that the webcam wasn't working, and the 25 students are not that I feel like everyone was looking at behind me. This was the data analysis. So next slide, ma'am. So it is the 25% students have a weak internet connection, they say that, and the 7% students also say that. So number 5 is my plan for the action is that encouraging them to join the online classes, focus on the blended learning approaches as asynchronous modes online. So using the low data consuming education tool as a Zoom, Skype, Google Meet, etc. So number 6 is now the results after successful intervention of the plan is that 50% students turn on their webcams in online classes. So the 20% students are trying to connect the web with Zooms, Google Meet, Skype, etc. So all the students are learning to digital tools and they are motivated to the online classes. And number 7, the feedback from the students. So there was a questionnaire on the Google Forms. So the 60% student responded physically class is far better than online classes. 30% student respond online class is the demand of present COVID-19 period. So the 10% students want to use the Microsoft Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, Skype for their online classes. Another step, so my learning is that so student feel comfortable with a physical class rather than online class. So the student engagement are not satisfactory in online classes. So I found that in the context of Nepal, students are less familiar with the digital tools. So the students feel online class are just wasting the time and money. So another, there was known as one of the 53% have submitted that. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much. I'm very happy to share this presentation. Actually, they have done very hard work despite so many hardships during this pandemic situation. So I think we are being late. So over to you, Loreto. Thank you.
Thank you very much. There we go. When welcoming everyone back to the main room, I can see that people are coming back, so please mute your microphone if you're not speaking. You're welcome to tap your camera on, of course. That makes it more interactive. We like to see people rather than blank screens. We appreciate that. So we can see people just coming back to the room. We'll invite now all the presenters to share what they have learned from this experience, what your reflections from the discussion that you had in the breakout groups are. So I'd like to invite Leia first. So Leia, if you can share what you've have learned from your experience in a couple of minutes. Please, Leia, you there?
Yes, I am there. Sorry, have problems with my connection.
That's all right.
Okay, first of all, I would like to say thanks for all the persons who entered to my breakout room and who are interested in my project. And obviously, I feel a lot of grateful for my teacher, Jimmy, for giving me this opportunity to stay here with all the presenters and present, obviously, my project. It's my first time to be this type of exposition, only in English, because obviously it's not my first language, but it's a good way for share this type of projects with the persons in the different part of the world. And well, I let's say thanks for all the persons who listen to my project, and I would like to continue to this type of project and present it and share with another teachers in the world. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Leia, for your reflection. Can I please invite Angie? Angie, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. So first of all, thank you so much. Of course, thanks for your question that everybody asked me. It was a pleasant and enriching experience, as I told my mentor, in terms of knowledge. Being able to share ideas, to answer some questions with other teachers, with other people in the world, means that the knowledge that already acquired previously doesn't last just in one person. And in this case, of course, it's an international learning and sharing experience, and it was graceful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Angie. Marlene and Janeri, are you there, please?
Maybe Janeri and Marlene have classes now at the university because they are studying. Yes, maybe. Yeah, all right. But they were sharing. Loreto, yes, your microphone. Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. It happens. Can we finish with Sarela, please? Can you mute yourself, Sarela?
Yes, right now, yes. Well, I'm very happy to have participated in this event. I want to thank you to my mentor for his support, and thank you to you for participating too and listening to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sarela. Jimmy, just in a minute, do you have any reflections from this experience? From the learning of your students before?
Yeah, Loreto, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. First to all the teachers. Thank you, Edward, Amanda, teacher from from Peru, from my country. and thank you for joining me. Other teacher also. Well, this experience I have started in 2019 for the Champion Teacher Variabilities Council in Peru. And then that's my first research. And I would like to say thank you to Richard for inviting me, for what my mentor from 2020, and I keep going on 2021 for be a mentor, and also how can I support my mentees at the university and also at the institutes. Thank you so much. That is my first time that I am a mentor. I know that I'm learning. I'm lack of mentoring, but I'm here to learn. Yeah, all right. And thank you so much. Thank you, Loreto.
Thank you very much, Jimmy, for sharing your reflections. So now we'd like to move from Peru. We're going to move to Nepal. So I'd like to invite Indra. Indra, are you still there? To share your reflections, please.
Yes, thank you. First of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my mentor, moderator, Dr. Richard Smith, and the organizer, as well as all the participants of this meeting today. Yeah, it was a nice interaction in the breakout room where I had been. And for the first couple of minutes, there was silence in my room. And later on, some people joined and they were curious to know about my research, especially how did I collect the data to get the feedback from the students, from the parents, and what kind of tools I used while collecting the data, and what kind of feedback I got from my students, and what motivated me to carry on research on this title. These things where we interacted on those things, and it was a good interaction, and I found that the time was quite short for my breakout room, because I could not give answer of the last question asked by Indu Adhikari ma'am. She also belonged to Nepal. It was nice job. So everybody asked me question. I'm happy for joining all of you today, and that's all. And thanking you once again. So I'd like to say bye for now.
Thank you very much, Indra. You can tell that you actually taken a lot home from this experience, and that's idea. Thank you very much. And last person who's going to be from the mentees is Laxman. Are you there, Laxman?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah. First of all, I would like to thank my mentor, Ms. Gyanudal ma'am. We have just providing such opportunity to be part in this program, and thus I would like to thank Mr. Richardson. Just like in 2 years ago, just I want to plan to doing action research, but that my my mentor Gyanudal ma'am has just fulfilling that my dream on come reality. So while doing the action research, I know that the most of the my presenting have just known curious about my topics. So I have the issues upon the webcam, why the students do not turn on their webcams during the online classes, and they tell me that these types of strategy do you apply in your real teaching strategy, or just you have to apply as a text in your exploratory action research. So I told them that no, I apply to my real class also, and the students are more engaged while just they are turned on their webcams. So it was a wonderful experience to be meet at the global professions and those people. So I especially thank the organizer teams as well as my my colleagues and my mentor. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Giano, would you like to share anything just before we wrap up today?
Thank you so much, Laura, for giving me a chance once again. So I'm very happy, and then I'm just feeling like I became successful now. Like you know, it is a long journey, like 4 or 5 months we had spent, and I was just in the middle. I was just thinking that maybe I have to just to give up something like that. But thank God, everything went well, and then we could do better. My teachers, when I had selected at the time, I just when we work together, I found that they are very enthusiastic and then very good learner. And then these are the people whom I want. I thought like that, and then I worked together, and it was very nice experience. I was mentored by Richard Smith. He is my super mentor, and I'm mentor, and my mentors are the 3 generations are here. And then I hope how I was mentor, I could be able to mentor my teachers as well. So it is very wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much, Richard, once again. Thank you so much all.
Thank you very much for sharing your reflections, and we are very pleased to see that it's been a very positive day overall for everyone that's taken part. Obviously, for the different time zones, so it's very difficult that everyone joined for the full day, but I'm sure that all of you have got a very positive feeling after the end of the first day. So tomorrow we are meeting again at 10 in the morning. You all have access to the program, so please check the program, and we hope that you're able to join us again tomorrow. I'm not sure if you have anything that you would like to say, Richard, before we bring this to a close. I've just included the link of the program on the chat. So tomorrow at 10 in the morning, UK time, by the way, we are meeting again.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Loreto, for sharing this. And even though your baby is not asleep, you're doing it. Thank you. Yeah, tomorrow. This is tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed today. I enjoyed today a lot. Like we got Janek, who's here with us tomorrow, for example, room 2. Got others from India. Got lots of very interesting presentations tomorrow, and we'll have some teachers in the plenary tomorrow reflecting on their experience. So that's tomorrow. So do join us, and congratulations to Gyanu, to Jimmy. Well done. You must feel proud today. And well done to all of the presenters. Really good job. Some of your students, hopefully when you are teachers, you'll remember this, that you presented at this international conference. And teachers all around the world share similar problems, I think. They share similar issues. And you can talk to other teachers around the world to help you. And this is what's great, I think, about being an English teacher, partly. Because being an English teacher means we've got this potential to communicate with one another and support one another. And that's been a very interesting thing in the pandemic, even though it's been a terrible time. We've made new friends, we've made new relationships with other teachers around the world. Oh yeah, let's hope we continue that after the pandemic. Let's look forward to that time. But now let's look forward to having a rest and something to eat, and look forward to tomorrow. So thanks very much, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Have a good morning, evening.
Yes, it's late.
Yeah.
In Nepal, it's quite late at night, isn't it?
Have a good rest.
And we went from Peru to Nepal.